The last time we see the 144002 was when I took it to my local skate park. Now I have to say it did feel a little bit underpowered, which is why I have now converted it to brushless, and today we are going to take it out for its first run. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to take a closer look at my brushless converted WLTOYS 144002. Now like I said on the intro there, when I took this out to my local skate park, I was a little bit disappointed with its top speed. It only managed 24 miles per hour out the box, which was a little bit disappointing because it is running exactly the same gearing as the 144001 and the 12401918, so it should have reached speeds closer to 30 miles per hour. Now yes, I do get that it is a little bit bigger, it's also got bigger tyres and it weighs a little bit more than the buggies, but I can't help but feel a little bit disappointed by that 24 mile per hour top speed. Towards the end of the video, I did actually say this: I think I know what I'm going to be doing with this monster truck. I'm going to get it home, get it cleaned up, and I'm going to fit a brushless system into it because I think that is what it needs. And once we've done that, I've got a feeling this is going to become a whole new beast. And that's exactly what I've done. I have now converted this to brushless, and I think it was an upgrade that was definitely necessary to get the very best out of this little 1/14 scale monster truck. Before we take a closer look at the brushless components that I've picked for this build, if you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date. I've got loads of good stuff coming up on the channel. We've just hit 10,000 subscribers. The next big milestone is going to be 20,000, so let's make it happen. Right, so let's not talk anymore. Let's get the body shell off and have a little look at the electronics. So let's take a quick look at the electronics that I've picked for this brushless conversion. Now I've gone for a 3660 4200 kV brushless motor. Now that is a slightly higher kV than I wanted to go for, but it's all I had available at the time, and I have now ordered a slightly lower kV motor, which I think is going to be the best bet for this little conversion, because we may get some cogging issues on this because it is geared quite high out the box, but we'll see how we get on later on. When it comes to the ESC, it is a Hobbywing Max 10, and this is the 60 amp version, and I'm pretty sure the 60 amp version is going to do just fine on this setup. The servo that I've gone for on this build is a JX1181MG. It's a tried and tested little servo. Many people use them on their WLTOYS brushless conversions, and they are extremely good. Finally, the transmitter and receiver that I've decided to go for on this brushless conversion is the WLTOYS X4 and the X6F receiver. Now the WLTOYS X4 is a great tried and tested transmitter, and a lot of people say these things have excellent range, and I have to agree. I've never had an issue with this, and this is one of the reasons why I've picked this for this build. And what's nice is you can adjust your throttle dual rate and your steering dual rate, which is ideal if you want to tone things down a little bit. It's going to be a good way to go. So let's talk a little bit about the actual conversion process then, because it's not as straightforward as people may think. Now, after I got this home from the skate park, the first thing I did was obviously clean it up because it was covered in grass. After that, I did take the diffs out. I have greased the diffs, and again, we've talked about it loads of times here on the channel. WLTOYS really don't like to send their models out with pre-greased diffs, so it is a must-do if you do decide to go brushless. One of the things that you should be made aware of is when it comes to WLTOYS, they are big fans of using glue on some of their screws, and they do actually use quite a bit on the motor mount screws and on the pinion. The best thing to do is use some heat, try and get those screws really hot, and it's going to help to break down any thread lock or glue they may have used at the factory. Another thing to take note of is the fact that WLTOYS use a fixed motor mount. As you can see here, you cannot make any adjustments to the motor itself once it's screwed to the motor mount. And the issue with that is you can't run a smaller pinion, so you are stuck running the stock high-speed pinion. This is pretty much the reason why the brand new 124016 and the 17 are facing all the cogging issues at the moment. WLTOYS have opted to go for the stock high-speed gearing, and the issue with that is the brushless system in the new models really isn't up to the job. I'm hoping our hobby wing system and our 3660 motor is up to the job on my conversion, but that is the reason why they're having all the issues. Come on WLTOYS, give your fans what they want, give us an adjustable motor mount out the box, and please, please, please start greasing your diffs. Apart from the dry diffs and having an issue with some of the screws, the actual conversion process is pretty easy, and it only took me about an hour. So we've had a closer look at the electronics that I've picked for this brushless conversion. We've also talked about some of the issues you may face when it comes to doing the brushless conversion. There's only one thing left to do, and that is to get the batteries charged up. We'll head out and we'll find out just how this performs. There's various different tests I want to do with this little monster truck today. I want to see how fast it goes because I was disappointed with the 24 mile per hour out the box top speed. So I'm really hoping we can see 35 to 40 miles per hour out of this today, maybe even more, who knows. We'll also see how it performs on the grass and the gravel. And I did recently take this away on holiday with me as well, and I'll show you some of that footage later on in the video. So that's enough talking, let's head out and find out just how good this brushless converted 144002 actually is. Right, so we have come out today to find out how fast this 144002 brushless will go, so let's begin. That is power. Right then, so this managed to achieve 24 miles per hour on the stock electronics. Let's find out what we can achieve today. Does feel a little bit twitchy, and I think that's because it does have a higher centre of gravity compared to the buggies. Wow, this thing is quick. On that 4200 kV motor, this thing is flying. We'll do another couple of passes and then we'll see what we've got. I'm going to take a guess and say 50 miles per hour dead on. Wow, that thing is moving. Full throttle again. Let's do one full throttle run. One more time. Oh! We flipped it. This thing, this 144002 is insane. And the good thing is as well, apologies if it's a little bit windy, the good thing is as well, we're not really getting any major cogging issues. As you can see from a standing start, straight on the throttle, there's a little bit of hesitation there, but that is nowhere near as bad as what we're seeing on the 124016 and the 17 at the moment. A little bit of cogging, but considering this is, you know, such a high kV motor and the high gearing, it's really not an issue. So let's see what we got. 55 miles per hour. So that is a 31 mile per hour increase over the stock speed. That is very, very impressive. I can't even begin to imagine what this would be like on 3S. We didn't get any cogging issues over there on the tarmac when we were doing the speed run, but I can pretty much guarantee we're going to get cogging issues over here on the longer grass, and that is due to the high gearing and the high kV motor. And that is why I would say go for a lower kV motor if you do decide to do this brushless conversion. And it's pretty much the same story on the buggies as well, where they're geared so high. They're absolutely fine on their stock brush setup, but when you go to convert to brushless, if you haven't got that low end torque, you're not going to be going anywhere. This little thing is insane. What I really like about this little monster truck is the fact that it is quite small, but it is powerful, and it's so easy to throw it into a backpack. So easy, in fact, that I actually took this on holiday with me last weekend, and as you can see here, it performed really, really well on the beach. I was impressed with the speed. I was also impressed with the overall performance of this little monster truck. I think this really does have the potential to be a great little RC with some very basic upgrades. I think the real question here is brushless even necessary on this 144002? Well, I actually think it is, because when I was down the skate park, it did feel a little bit underpowered, especially when I was trying to get some air on the jumps. It just didn't feel like there was enough power there. There's no reason why this little 144002 can't be as durable, as quick, or as reliable as the 144001, and the nice thing is, they both share exactly the same parts. So there you go then guys, a very successful little run with this today. We achieved a pretty good top speed out of this, definitely a big increase over the box stock speed. I was very, very impressed. Not only that, but it was even popping wheelies on the grass, and I have to say this was definitely a worthwhile upgrade. Now, I really can't deny there was a little bit of cogging, especially in the longer grass, and that is due to the fact that this thing is geared quite high. We know they're geared quite high out the box. It's also running a 4200 kV brushless motor. Now, I have ordered a slightly lower kV motor, and I think that will get rid of any cogging issues we may have with this little brushless conversion. I think this is going to be a good, worthwhile upgrade for anybody who's looking to buy one of these, or you may already own one. You're just craving a little bit more speed. Going brushless is definitely going to be the best way to go. So there we go then guys, I really hope you enjoyed seeing the WLTOYS 144002 brushless in action. I really want to get rid of the cogging issues on this, because that's one of the issues that the new brushless ready to run models are facing at the moment, the 124016 and the 124017. I don't want this little monster truck to perform as bad as the other models, which is why we will, iron out all the issues that we're facing with this one at the moment. And once that's done, this is going to be a bulletproof little basher. Cheers guys, and I'll see you again soon on the next one. Take care.